Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups was arrested by the FBI in connection with an alleged illegal poker game tied to the Mafia. For most fans, that news came as a shock. But for professional gambler Matt Berkey, it was no surprise. In fact, he'd warned about Billups' poker game more than a year earlier, calling it suspicious on his Only Friends podcast back in May 2023. Berkey revealed that the game, which reportedly began around 2019 in Los Angeles, was built entirely around Billups. When first told about it, Berkey's source claimed the game was completely legitimate. But Berkey, knowing some of the people involved, wasn't convinced. Trusting his instincts, he decided not to join, a decision that likely saved him from a major financial loss, considering what's come to light since. Friends of Berkey who did play in the game told him strange stories. Players with little poker knowledge somehow kept winning impossible hands, while the professionals, the ones who should have had the edge, kept losing. Only the pros were losing, Berkey said. They got absolutely filleted. He described how these so-called amateurs would play weak hands, then magically get the perfect cards they needed every time. Berkey mocked pros who wanted to return to the game despite losing, calling it foolish. They know what's coming, he said. You don't have to be good if you know the deck start to finish. They look bad on purpose, but they're winning because they're cheating. He and his co-host, Conrad Simpson, discussed why calling out cheating in high-stakes poker is so difficult. When a powerful figure like Chauncey Billups is involved, accusations carry huge risks. Big names hold influence, and those running such games are often ready to deflect or discredit anyone who dares to speak up. Berkey warned poker players to think twice before diving into a game that doesn't feel right. Exposing cheating can be dangerous, not just to reputations, but to personal safety. If you're going down that rabbit hole, he said, you better be ready for what comes next. Billups wasn't alone in the FBI sweep. Over 30 people were arrested, including Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier and former Cleveland Cavaliers player Damon Jones, both tied to separate but related gambling investigations. Berkey never mentioned them in his podcast, but his warnings now seem prophetic. What once sounded like gossip in the poker world has become a full-blown scandal, one that has shaken both the NBA and the high-stakes gambling scene to their core.